All right, today we're doing lesson 11-3, converting customary units of weight. And Maria adopted, and the key concept for you to know for this unit is 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces, which they have it. Maria adopted 4 dogs. Altogether, they eat 1 3/4 pounds of food each day. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces, and that's different than fluid ounces. That's a weight. How many ounces of food will the dogs eat in 5 days? So we're going to take 1 3/4 and we're going to multiply it by 5. And you can do repeated addition on that. And if you remember your multiplication of mixed numbers, we turn our mixed number into an improper fraction by multiplying the denominator by the whole number. So 4 times 1 is 4, and then we add in the numerator. So 1 3/4 is 7/4. We turn the 5 into a fraction by putting a 1 underneath. We multiply the numerators, we multiply the denominators, and we're going to get 8 with a remainder of 3/4. And another way you can do it is you can make a chart. So 1 pound, LB. 1 pound is 16 ounces, and 3/4 of a pound equals how many ounces? And you can figure that out by saying 3/4 of 16. If you want to do it that way, is 12. So you can, so now we have 16 plus 12 is 28 ounces, and 28 ounces times, we add these together, 16 plus 12, we get 28 ounces. 28 times 5 equals 140 ounces. And 140 ounces, we take 140 divided by 16, and we're going to get 8 3/4. So that's another way to figure it out. So that would be step 1. Let's see. Step 2 was I added them. Step 3, I multiplied by 5. And step 4, I divided by 16. This way is the first way I showed you is a little easier there. And as we move on, an adult African elephant weighs about 5 tons. So this is another, besides 16 ounces is in a pound, we need to know that 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Those are our 2 data facts for this lesson. A little easier than the last one. To convert from one unit of weight to another, you can use multiplication or division. And remember, we want to have this written somewhere handy on a note card. We want to have it written so we can always see it. To convert from larger to smaller units, larger units to smaller units, we multiply. And from smaller units to larger units, we divide. So 5 tons equals how many pounds? We're going to multiply 5 times 2,000, and we get 10,000 pounds. To convert from smaller units to larger units, you're going to divide. So the 250-pound elephant, we want to figure out how many tons is that. It's going to be a fraction. So 250 pounds divided by 2,000 is 1/8. And that's reduced. That's reduced. Okay, you can watch that in the Sabbath video for more information. Moving on. Would it be best to measure the weight of an egg in tons, pounds, or ounces? So those are the 3 units we're looking at. Eggs are pretty darn small, so you want to probably be measuring that in ounces. That's our smallest measurement. A car, you would measure in a ton. A person, you could measure in pounds. So think of it that way. Cars and elephants, we measure in tons. Small things like eggs we measure in ounces. What type of tools do people select to measure weight? And what are some of the things we use to measure weight? Well, when the doctor measures you in the office, you might be on a scale. You can also use a balance. And those are the two things that you might be familiar with. A balance might be, you can use them in science class. Scale is probably what you're going to be most likely using. And to convert each unit of measurement, so we're going to, for number 3, we're going 1,000 or 2,000 divided by 2,000 equals 1 ton. For number 4, 48 divided by 16. Remember, we're going from smaller to larger. 5, 6,500 pounds equals how many tons? We're going from larger to smaller. So we're going to divide by 2,000. So 6,000 divided by 2,000 equals 3 1/4. For number 6, 1/2 a pound equals how many ounces? We're going from larger to smaller. So we get 16/2, which equals 8. Number 7, compare greater than, less than, or equal to. 2 tons is greater than, less than, or equal to 45,000 pounds. So you're going to have to pick one of these to convert so you have the same measurement on both sides. So if you take the tons and convert it to pounds, you would take 2 tons times 2,000 pounds equals 4,000 pounds. So we know that 4,000 is less than 45,000. 4 pounds and 64 ounces. If we take the pounds and turn them into ounces, we'll do 4 times 16, which is 64, and those two guys will be equal to each other. So don't forget to remember the rule with converting smaller units. Going from larger to smaller, you multiply, and smaller to larger, you divide. And always have your equivalency, have these three things written on a sticky note or a note card, and have them nearby so you can do the math.